Okie dokie. So this is a good choice, a bad choice. How beautiful is this paint? Gave the rip a little polish. Oh look, it's got a little rising sun. Oh man, I didn't think I'd be getting rid of this car so soon, but that's life I guess. Oh surprise, I'm getting rid of the S13. You probably tell by the title. Actually, the title probably says I'm getting a new car. Well, that is true. I'm swapping this for another S13. The opportunity came up to jump into this other S13 and I feel like it would be pretty dumb to not take the opportunity. So we're gonna go and do that. I'm gonna head up to Tim's house, gonna grab him on the way, but yeah man. So if you're new to the channel, this is my grandma spec NA Auto S13. It's in the beautiful green color. The best thing about this car is it's got an aero bar and it's got bricks in it. So the front end is super cool. Like I said before, the paint's nice. It's got an uncracked dash, which is always super cool. It's got the OEM floor mats. It's a 92, so it's one of the late model ones, which means it has the seatbelt clicky things that normally come on the S14s. It's just nice. It's got everything there for aircon, but didn't have a compressor. Got a new compressor, haven't put it in. So I ended up buying this off Faye. Faye was an older lady. Super grateful to have that whole experience of buying it off the first person to actually own the car in Australia. That's such a cool thing. But yeah, I'm gonna stop mumbling, get on the road. If you guys do enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, tell your friends about the channel. Like always, if you are new here and you do subscribe, your name will be there in the next video. Alright, let's go little girl. It's so fucking slow. Oh, it sounds like buttholes. That's alright, that's just an NASR thing. We've grabbed him and we're going to plant it for the motorway. Oh, go downshift. Okie dokie, so we arrived. Well, we had some KFC first and then we waited for a little bit and we tried to do the transfer registration online, or the notice of disposal, and it denied both of our claims. So now we're heading to Officeworks and we're going to print out all the forms. Going to go back and do the little signature scribble things. Yeah, keen. Yeah. Okie dokie, so this is actually a different day to when we picked up the car. In fact, it's actually about a week later. So I've pretty much just been daily driving it. I'll give you guys a show around in a little bit, but I'm beyond stoked. Super happy with this car and the trade and everything. There's a couple of things which are like, what the fuck? But apart from that, it's really cool. Super keen to give the interior a bit of a wipe. I'm just gonna give it a vacuum and whatnot, but I'm just gonna show you around the car quickly. So, still borrowing Chris's steering wheel. I think he said if I can find him a steering wheel to swap for him, then I can have this one. Sort of like it. I mean, it is a fake wheel and I'll put something nice on it eventually, but for the moment it's awesome. One of the valve stems are actually leaking out of the rotors, so I'm gonna have to cut that off. I want to flip the tyre anyway because of camber wear, because there's heaps of tread on this side, but it's getting pretty low. In fact, it's actually de-lambing a little bit. So these would be good skid tyres, because when you lower S13s, obviously you change the suspension geometry and you'll naturally gain camber in the rear, so I have to get some rear camber arms just to stand the wheel up a little bit, makes the most of your tyre life and whatnot, and so that's super important. But yeah, this valve is just leaking out there out the sides. Bit of a bugger, not really a big deal to be honest. Gonna rip the tyre off anyway, spin it around. Yeah, car's awesome. Car goes sweet. It got hot once because I didn't turn, it's got a thermo switch on the fan, which is a bit of a bugger. Do want to link that up to a little temperature sensor just to kick on when it gets to a certain degree. Yeah, I was sitting in traffic and just forgot about it, and I looked at the meter and I was like, oh, turn the fan on, temperature went down, I was like, sweet. It's pretty much, you know, it's just a stock S13 in a sense. It does have an S15 turbo, supposedly T28, not 100% sure. It does have an IS-tune, which is pretty cool. Can't even remember, I don't think I've even like shown you the car, have I? No, I haven't. So yeah, this is it. It's got CA seats, so it is an original CA shell, which has been SRDT swapped. It was a turbo CA shell, so the front bar does have the little like cutout for it, but it's got a mid-mount anyway, which is even better. Woo! Spicy. fucking hell. It's missing the little fucking rubber dick which goes on there and stops it from sliding back. Big radiator, big oil cooler, oil filter relocation kit, which is cool. Mid mount in there, which is pretty cool. Nice little tidy intercooler piping. I'll make new cooler piping anyway because one, more experience, and two, I quite like to have my car have, you know, stuff that I've made in it. Not too sure what this manifold is, but I think it's pretty cool. It's got a Series 1 RB25 mouth in it. Chucked on my little Project New little armband thingy-majig. It's got thermos. Undecided whether or not I'm going to put a clutch fan on it. Clutch fan's king. I do actually have a clutch fan, but I don't have a fan shroud, so sort of I'm in an hour, and I haven't had any temp problems, so I'm like, it looks nicer like this. It does have a little bit of a oil rocker cover leak, which is not bad. Gonna change that anyway. For some reason, it has S13 coils in it, which, I mean, they're probably better, but at the same time, they don't actually fit in a sense. So the mounting bracket for S13 is off to the side, so that actually, you know, they're just sort of sitting in there, which is not ideal, but they work. I did have a borderline misfire a couple days ago, and I just like pushed them down. Well, I put new plugs in, and cylinder 4 was just up slightly, so that was a misfire. Yeah, it's got a little catch can, which is zip tied. Hate the positioning of that. Will change that soon. Also, I want to unravel all this stuff and take this plastic factory line out, and then tuck all the injector harness underneath the intake. It's a lot tidier. Bit of a fuck around, but hey, it looks good. But yeah, that's pretty much the car. I'm beyond stoked with it. I'll try and rig up a GoPro and we'll go for a bit of a drive. It's got a sick dose, which is, you know, it's the point of having a turbo car. Yeah, apart from that, the guards are pretty hammered. Like, that's pretty how you going. I don't actually hate it. I thought I would like really annoy me, but at the same time, I can fit big wheels on it. I'm undecided which style to go. So it does have S14 5-star all around, which is pretty cool. So bigger brakes and whatnot, but because it's still S chassis stuff, it is still caliper handbrake, which is not that great. Handbrake works though, like you can rip it and it actually works, which is pretty cool. It's nice having a handbrake that, you know, actually does something. Oh, it's got tying coilovers. No adjustable arms or anything. It's pretty stock suspension wise, so I'm gonna have to do the old cut and shut knuckles, move steering rack forward, whatnot. Thanks, we all love you. But the biggest downside to this car is the arse. As you can see, it's sort of a bit how you going. It doesn't help that this center garnish is a bit cooked, but the way that this, so it's been hitting this quarter, the way that this tail light actually sits is really nice. You can tell here where it matches up light to light, that this whole section sort of like, yeah, not ideal. At the end of the day, this is a drift car. It's street registered, yeah, but the biggest problem with the old S13, the green one, was I didn't want to modify it, and I didn't want to do what I wanted to do with it because it was perfect. It wasn't perfect. I mean, obviously it had imperfections, but at the same time I felt guilty trying to do what I wanted to do, and this is perfect because it's not a straight shell. So when I inevitably write the ass off, I'm not going to go and cry. I'll cry, but a little less. I'd really love to know what you guys think. Yeah, let's go jump in. This is the view we're going to go for. Only because this is the only view I can get at the moment. I'm only going to do a little quick drive, but you'll be able to see all the good noises. One thing I have found, first gear, when you clutch it first, it just pegs on wheel until you go to second off edge. I haven't done any fourth gear skids in it, but I would assume it'd be the same. Do you reckon I did a good trade? NA Auto S13 swaps for turbo manual S13. So yeah, got some pretty cool, exciting things planned for this car. But I would like to hear your thoughts whether or not you think I should stay 5-stud or go 4-stud. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, give a thumbs up, tell your friends about the channel. Like always, if you are new here and you do subscribe, your name will be at the end of the next video. Appreciate you guys. See you in the next one.